With three of the most seasoned divas up for Razzies this year and supernatural forces such as vampires, werewolves, and Ashton Kutcher all receiving the nomination, this year should be the most fabulous Razzies yet. Look out.
Boy toy.
Who's kind of the male equivalent of
Bo Derek?
Yeah. He's also famous for being a tweetaholic.
And was sauteed by the St. Petersburg Times, which tweeted,
"He may be the king of Twitterers,
but it wouldn't take 144 letters to describe his performances. 4 letters should do it." Ashton Kutcher. A teenager's heartthrob.
And an actor of such range and thespian tendencies.
He prompted RealReviews.com to repost.
He reaffirms the impression that his future
is in underwear modeling. Taylor Lautner.
Nominated for both
Twilight Saga Eclipse and Valentine's Day.
An actor pounced upon by the New York Post, which proposed
a quick game of one of these things is not like the other.
Marlon Brando,
James Dean, and this guy, Robert Pattinson. Nominated for both
Remember Me
and Twilight Saga Eclipse.
And the winner is...
Where's the freaking envelope?
Who brought it?
I did.
Oh, it was right.
These Razzie people told me I was going to be the Black Swan.
I'm the Black Swan. I just didn't get to audition for it. And the winner is Ashton Kutcher.
Hi everyone, Bill A. Jones once again, coming to you live from the Razzie Red Carpet, where, when and if our first celebrity arrives, we'll be here to bring him to you live. So far, nobody.
Last year was a banner year for bad movies, although as 30 years of Razzie history has proven, pretty much every year is a banner year for bad movies. But 2010 produced an especially rancid string of romantic comedies, as they're called in the biz, rom-coms. And by year's end, with titles like The Backup Plan, Killers, Valentine's Day, Our Family Wedding, You Again, and Life as We Know It, there were enough unfunny, unromantic, romantic comedies for 2010 for us to consider a special category. And that special category would have been the worst excuse for a rom-com. But the eye-gouging use of 3D was funnier, so we wanted that instead. Yet even in a year chock full of schlock in this genre, our third worst picture nominee, it really stood out. On Rotten Tomatoes' list of the 10 worst pictures of the year, Bounty Hunter ranked third with 93% negative reviews. Hunter was hunted down and killed by many a critic. Just about the most unpleasant, dreary, stupefying way to burn 110 minutes of precious lifespan this side of waiting for a root canal. Dog the Bounty Hunter on A&E is a funnier and more romantic movie than The Bounty Hunter.
Hey, it's Alicia Rain with Bzzzline, and I'm here with one of the Razzie players, Glenn Simon. And Glenn has been doing this for quite a while. How long have you been doing this?
21 years, since 1990, the 10th anniversary show.
Okay, and how did you get involved?
There was a person in the cast that I was involved with in Nevada Shakespeare in the Park for several years, and they needed desperately a guy, and she just asked me if I wanted to, and I think I had like a 3-word audition, and they're like, yeah, okay, you're in, and so I was in.
Anything you want to highlight to our audience about this year's awards?
Well, I got to get my picture with Flavor Flav, so now I have cred. But I still think that Twilight eclipsed just because they're getting so much worse and they're so bad, and their fans are so incredibly strange that, you know, I would have liked to see it win more.
For the worst performance by a supposed actor. Oh, sorry. That's supporting actor.
This year's contenders include
An actor with misfortune.
to have starred in both of 2010's most Razzie-nominated movies.
And according to HitFix.com,
He tops Billy Ray Cyrus by having,
the 2 worst on-screen haircuts of the year.
and then they added insult to injury by concluding,
It's like someone is actively trying to make him look like a jackass. Jackson Rathbone.
in both The Last Airbender
And Twilight Saga Eclipse. Thank you.
the worst supporting actor of 2010, but
Supposedly is
Jackson Rathbone.
The Last Airbender.
When it's not Razzie season, what are you doing?
I'm an actor. I work. I spend my summers working in a resort town in Montana at a comedy cabaret club, and then the rest of the time, you know, do theater here in town, audition and don't get cast, and do some commercial voiceover work.
And online, do you have a presence online, a website, anything?
Actually, yes. There's a parody of Warner Brothers that I've worked on. It's www.mankabros.com, mankbros.com, and you can see some more of my acting on there as well. And we write and direct bits and things for it. So.
Okay, so you're parodying the Razzies and then parodying Warner Brothers, the people behind the films themselves.
Or just like the entire studio, because obviously this studio has never existed, but there's a backlog of work all the way back to 1903. There's clips from movies that never happened. There's scenes from TV shows that never happened, songs from bands that never existed, and so we can do. It gives us a platform to do anything we want and make fun of anything we want. It makes it very easy for us just to come up with things and projects to do.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's great. You should check out the movies that have never existed at, what was the website again?
www.mankabros, mankbros.com.
And I'm Alicia Rain with Bzzzline. You should check us out as well, bzzzline.com. Every year there's a different award to kind of like celebrate that year's crappiness. What about this year?
Our newest Razzie category, Worst Eye-Gouging Misuse of 3D. This is the point at which you should refund your receipts to get your 3D glasses. Okay, we couldn't afford it, never mind.
I think the whole 3D thing speaks to sort of what the Razzies are about, the idea that if you just have a gimmick, the public are so stupid, they'll come see, it's 3D, I really want to see Cats and Dogs #2 in 3D.
And when Avatar eventually grossed $2,121,699,345
worldwide.
Hollywood took the hint.
Suddenly, movies that weren't even shot in 3D,
Were being released and converted to 3D.
thus costing every moviegoer who wanted to see them in 3D,
A surcharge of $4.
while also causing millions of eye strain-induced migraine headaches.
And when the final box office tally for 2010 was compiled,
The actual number of tickets sold had declined,
but the total number of bucks collected by the studios went up.
and the
Knees are.
the film that prompted PopcornWorld.com to carp,
Just how much more of this converted 3D crap are we going to have to sit through?
Cats and Dogs,
Number 2. Pummeled by the St. Petersburg Times for
redefining 3D, but in the wrong way.
Flash, of the Titans. One of tonight's most Razzie-nominated titles.
Which was balked by Bullseye.com, which burped.
Even in 3D, this material is one-dimensional.
Last Airbender.
Next, one of the biggest money losers in Razzie history.
A $90 million remake of a classic children's tale.
That even with 3D glasses surcharges,
Grossed all of
$207,066 worldwide. The Nutcracker 3D. And lastly, a case of literally eye-gouging misuse of 3D.
A film savaged by Salon.com, which complained.
Yes, this movie is in 3D. Really, really, really bad 3D. As in, maybe Last Airbender wasn't as bad as I thought it was 3D. Saw 3D.
May we have the envelope, please?
And Last Airbender, like in almost every category, took the award.